Hi everybody, welcome to week 2 of management modules for the MBA Essentials 1. So I look forward to reading your responses to last week's assignments related to the organization level, team level, and the conflict that can come with working in teams. This week we're going to be looking at you as an individual leader. So module number 9 is a focus on strengths. So in the past, when I've taught graduate students, the emphasis seems to be on, how can I improve? What am I doing well that I can do better at? So in this module, I'm going to ask you to focus on your strengths, to recognize and focus on your strengths. We spend a lot of time trying to change or fix something about us, but there's some research showing that focusing on strengths and improving strengths will get you a long way. So the assessments this week, so first is the VIA Character Strength Survey. So this is a free online assessment put out by Mayerson Group in actually Cincinnati, where I came from. Optional, you can go online and take the Kolb Learning Styles Inventory. There have been a lot of problems with people accessing the survey and getting their results, and so I don't require it anymore. I actually have some slides you can look at to try to do a self-assessment of your learning style. But if you're interested, here is a link to identify your own learning style. So I've got some slides here for discussion. So even if you don't take that assessment, you'll be able to learn about learning style. So here are some links about learning styles, the VIA assessments you're going to take, and then some resources that are all about strengths. So some of you are probably familiar with Strength Finders. Marcus Buckingham, this is a video about him here. And so some of you will be familiar, some of this might be your first introduction. But the idea is to focus on your strengths. What are those things that energize you? And try to engage in those activities more often. Okay, sorry, that's for face-to-face. Okay, so your written assignment this week is to look at your results from the VIA and tell me about your top 5 character strengths. And then if you've got any other assessments you've done, like Strength Finders, you can put the strengths. You can add that in here. Pick a couple of strengths and identify how you're using them. Identify if there's times you've overused your strength. So any strength overused can be a problem. And then finally, reflect on how you can help others use their strengths. They may not know what they are, but you probably know your people. What are the things that they're good at? What are the things they like to do? And what energizes them? So for this module, the discussion is about learning styles. So if you've taken the assessment, it'll put you into a quadrant. If you're just using the slides to try to self-assess, that's okay too. So answer the questions in terms of what you think is your learning style and post the answer to these questions to help other people learn. What's your ideal situation? What's your worst situation? And what would you like your manager to do to help you learn something new on the job? So if you got to choose, how would you have other people teach you? And then final management topic is emotional intelligence. Again, I hope you've heard about or familiar with this term. If you're not, this is the module for you. So there's a reading by Daniel Goleman, who wrote the book on working with emotional intelligence, as well as some slides about emotional intelligence and some videos by Daniel Goleman and some others. So first of all, learn about it. Okay, we're not meeting face-to-face. We don't have to do that. So here's your individual assignment. Take a look at the readings on emotional intelligence and try to identify what are your strongest competencies and what are the ones where you have opportunities for improvement. And then try to come up with a plan to work on and start developing in those areas. So you're not going to be able to work on all of the competencies at the same time, so pick those that you feel are most important to helping you accomplish your goals. Then the discussion board, I'm going to ask you to share an example of a specific EI competency being used well and one being used poorly. So you can use a personal example, a video, any kind of example, just to help other people see what the behaviors look like when they're acted out. In action, what does it look like when someone has high emotional intelligence or low emotional intelligence? And there's a couple videos there that I use when I'm talking about this topic. So look forward to hearing what you come up with. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a good week.